Which animal is stronger, a snake or a piranha? What does the world's tiniest snake look like? And why shouldn't you handle a strange snake, even if it seems harmless? You're about to find out. In this video, I'll share some of the creepiest and most incredible snake moments caught on camera. Let's dive in. Piranhas versus snakes. What animal do you think would win in this fight? The former are considered one of the most dangerous fish on Earth. Dangerous to both humans and animals, especially animals. Freshwater red-belly piranhas are quite small in terms of size. They're about 6 inches long, weighing 5 pounds. However, this is more than enough because their main strength lurks not in their size, but in their very sharp teeth. The red-belly piranha has a great sense of smell. It can smell prey at a great distance. The reference point for piranhas is blood. Of course, these predators are calculating and very fast. They can stalk their prey and then attack and devour it at lightning speed. A school of red-belly piranhas is quite capable of defeating large animals. They can easily devour even a horse or a large hog. On the other side, we have snakes. Since piranhas are underwater inhabitants, let's also consider some sea snakes. They're a whole group of very venomous creatures that long ago were cousins of cobras. However, evolution once brought them to the shore and sea, from which they decided not to leave. As a result, sea snakes divided into 2 clans, paddle sea snakes and blue-banded sea snakes. The former have completely lost contact with land. The latter sometimes go ashore to warm up and even wander on land for several miles. Both can stay underwater for several hours and dive to the depth of 295 feet. However, their main feature, of course, is not this. By the standards of other snakes, the size of sea snakes is not so large, usually no more than 10 feet. But their venom is like a separate art form. Their venom is 50 times stronger than that of the king cobra. It causes almost instant paralysis by blocking the transmission of nerve impulses. A drop of such venom can kill a herd of elephants. But snakes don't prey on large creatures. As I said, they live in the sea, which means they mainly feed on fish. It seems to me that piranhas and sea snakes are both incredibly dangerous, and everything here will depend on the number of participants in the fight. Even in a one-on-one battle, the one that strikes first will likely win. The piranha may have time to grab the snake by the head and not let it go anywhere. On the other hand, the snake can also have time to bite its enemy, rendering it helpless in the blink of an eye. What do you think? Which animal will emerge victorious from this battle? Share your thoughts in the comments. Nature is a strange thing. In general, nature never ceases to amaze. Sometimes, worms grow to gigantic sizes, while snakes do not exceed a few centimeters in length. What am I talking about? Have you ever heard of the Barbados thread snake? No? Then take a closer look at this wonder of the world. This creature is the smallest snake in the world. The length of an adult doesn't exceed 4 inches. These snakes live only on the island of Barbados in the Caribbean Sea. This little cutie is not dangerous and is on the verge of extinction. The main reason for that is deforestation by people. Would you like to hold such a beauty in your hands? I think it's the kind of snake that shouldn't cause creepy feelings, even for people with a fear of snakes. The little guard. Who are we used to seeing in the role of guards? Probably some big and strong men. Well, if it comes to animals, then these are definitely some kind of guard dogs. The man in this video, who is the owner of the house on the right, chose a different method. He decided to use a snake. It doesn't eat much and doesn't require attention at all, crawls around the garden and scares passersby. However, a delivery man was supposed to come to them that day. The man reached the house and abruptly changed his mind about going inside. Although, truth be told, the snake was scared of him too. What are they supposed to do now? I don't think the snake is a good guard just yet. It's too small and scary, just like this delivery man. What a cutie! I think that's how people usually react when they see small snakes. They're tiny, the size of a fist. So what danger can they carry? With such thoughts in her head, the girl in this video took one of the snakes in her hands and started filming it on camera. But only when the video got on the internet did kind viewers tell the girl that she had a far from cute and harmless snake in her hands. It was one of the most dangerous snakes in the world, the eastern brown snake. Their venom causes dizziness, diarrhea, loss of strength, convulsions in people, and kidney failure, paralysis, and cardiac arrest are possible. 60% of fatal cases from snake bites in Australia are because of this species. In addition, these snakes are often nervous and aggressive, pouncing on the first person they encounter and spending a lot of venom. One dose of venom is enough to kill several adults at once. The Real Homeowner. What will you do if you see a snake in your home? Probably most people would call some sort of snake catching service because trying your luck is too scary and dangerous. That's what many people would do, but not the woman in this video. She's a real homeowner and she decided to do it all herself. Does she have no fear or something? Armed with a container and a stick, she began to drive the snake away step by step. You know, it's a great way to wake yourself up for the rest of the day when you're fighting a creeping creature. It's either perfectly safe or extremely venomous. The adrenaline is off the charts. In the end, all the woman's efforts were not in vain. The snake was defeated and returned to freedom in its native environment. The house turned out to be clean and safe. No one stayed in it except the homeowner herself. That's what I call self-confidence. It's not even shy. I wonder if that woman had such a huge snake at home. Would she also want to drive it away personally? It just seems to me that you can't do it with just a stick alone, especially if you take into account the snake's character. It's constantly trying to crawl away or climb somewhere, and most importantly, it's not even shy. It doesn't worry that it has crawled into someone else's house while the homeowner is standing right next to it. It just slithers away before their eyes. The reptile was gigantic, but as they mentioned in the comments below the video, it was not dangerous at all, so there could be no harm to humans, even in theory. Unusual breakfast. So you get up in the morning, smile, look at the sun outside the window, and your spirits rise. But something will still be missing. A great breakfast. Yeah, that's right, you go to the toaster. You've already cooked everything you need. But at the last moment, you look inside and see it. How did the snake end up there in the first place? Did it fall for the crumbs so much that it jumped after them into such a narrow space? I thought snakes were smarter, but they're naive and stupid, as it turns out. Fortunately, the girl noticed it in time and didn't turn on the toaster. The snake remained unharmed, and the toaster went straight to the dustbin. Isn't it a great reason to buy something new for the kitchen? An unexpected encounter. There are situations when you sit at home and wait for someone to come out of the bathroom. The person inside seems to be stuck in the toilet and you need to leave as soon as possible. In general, the moment is not simple and far from the most pleasant. What do? I think I'd found an effective way. If you have a snake at hand, just put it in the sewer pipe. It'll crawl along it with pleasure and find itself in about this position. The person who's stuck in the toilet will instantly fly out of there like a cork and will never linger there again. A gift from the ceiling. When I first started watching this video, I immediately began to imagine the poor girl's horrified reaction, how she'd squeal with fear, jump on the spot, shake her head, and try to get rid of the snake that had fallen on her from the ceiling. But you have no idea what she'll do. She'll do practically nothing. It felt like she had snakes falling out of the sky on her every day. Either it was her snake, which doesn't cause fear, or the girl just has nerves of steel. Maybe she just didn't realize what had happened, and that's why she had such a strange reaction. Sounds pretty logical to me. Even snakes like to play. Although if you look at it that way, what was that girl worried about? Yeah, the snake fell on her. So what? These creatures don't always try to attack or bite someone. I mean, look at this video. They often lack the usual care and play together. That's why this snake tried to steal a teddy bear from the people. It's a pity that it didn't succeed, but I hope it'll still find a suitable toy for itself. Car. If you have a country house, you know the feeling of getting into your car upon returning to the city, only to be greeted by a swarm of mosquitoes, gnats, and other small insects. It's nothing too terrible, just a bit unpleasant. But for people in Australia, the situation is far more dangerous. After a trip to a country house, you might find a real live snake on your car, an unwelcome guest trying to get inside in every way possible. It's unclear why it does this or what it finds so intriguing in the cabin, but it's certainly creepy. That's all for now. Which snake moment did you find the most frightening? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.